In the time before time, there was an angel named Seraphiel, radiant as dawn and pure as the first breath of spring. But Seraphiel, unlike the others who soared through the heavens, was cast into the world of men, bound in a form that none would recognize, disguised as a beggar, cloaked in rags, with the weight of a curse upon his wings. The curse was not one of cruelty, but a test placed upon him by the Maker. For Seraphiel had once questioned the depth of human compassion, wondering if their hearts could truly see beyond the surface, if they could recognize the divine in the lowliest of forms. To this test, the Maker bound Seraphiel to the earth, unseen, with only a flicker of his light hidden deep within his eyes. Day after day, Seraphiel wandered the streets, invisible in the eyes of the proud, ignored by those who passed him by. His hands, calloused and worn, held out for kindness that seldom came. Yet the curse was twofold. Not only was Seraphiel condemned to this lowly form, but so too were the lovers who crossed his path. For those whose hearts remained cold, who saw only a beggar, would remain trapped in their own wounds, unable to find the healing they sought. But there was a secret to this curse, one that whispered in the wind. Only tenderness, only love unspoken and unconditional could break the spell. One day, a pair of lovers passed by, a man and a woman, both searching for meaning, for healing of wounds that neither could see but always felt. They walked through life burdened by sorrow and doubt, feeling the weight of the world press down on their fragile bond. As they approached the beggar, the woman felt a strange pull in her heart. His eyes, though sunken and dim, sparked something ancient and knowing within her. "Should we not help him?" she asked. But the man, hardened by the world, shook his head. "He is nothing but a beggar. We have our own struggles. What can we do for him?" Yet she knelt beside Seraphiel, her hand trembling as she reached for his. "Appearances can deceive," she whispered. "I feel something more in him." With that touch, gentle as a prayer, warm as sunlight, the curse began to unravel. Seraphiel, in his beggar's guise, felt the first crack of light pierce through the darkness that bound him. The woman's heart had seen beyond the illusion, and her tenderness, her willing to give without asking, began to heal him. As her lover stood watching, he too began to see the beggar's true form. His eyes, once dull and lifeless, now glimmered with celestial light. Slowly, Seraphiel stood, his rags falling away to reveal the faint shimmer of wings, still broken, but now healing. "You have done more than you know," Seraphiel spoke softly. "For in healing me, you have healed yourselves. Love is not what the eye can see, but in what the heart knows." The lovers, once burdened by their own unseen wounds, felt something lift, a peace they had never known before. And as Seraphiel rose from the ground, the last traces of his disguise melted away. His wings, once bound, unfurled, though not yet fully healed. The world for a moment seemed brighter, lighter, as if touched by grace itself. Remember, Seraphiel said before ascending, compassion is the key that unlocks all things, and in healing others, you will find your own healing too. And so the lovers, changed by their encounter, walked forward with hearts opened anew, for they had learned that the divine often hides in the most unexpected places, and that love, in its truest form, sees not the outward disguise, but the soul within.